When I was in high school, I took an astronomy course that opened my eyes to see how vast, amazing, and beautiful our universe is. But it also led me to one of the most difficult seasons of doubt, since the teacher and every other student was atheist or agnostic. Without any resources or other people to reach out to, I began to seriously question my faith. And during that season, the hardest part was thinking that I had let God down. Like my doubts were disappointing or frustrating to God. And maybe you felt the same. But listen to what Jesus does for the man who we often call Doubting Thomas. Unlike the other disciples, Thomas wasn't present the first time that Jesus appeared, and so Thomas asked for the evidence. Unless I put my finger into his nail-scarred hands and feel his wounded side, I will not believe. Now, Jesus could have been upset or disappointed in Thomas, but instead, Jesus appears to him and says, "Put your finger here and see my hands, and put out your hand and place it in my side. Do not disbelieve, but believe." Now, you might be thinking, well, if I got the same evidence as Thomas, it'd be a lot easier for me to believe. And maybe you're right. But Jesus says, "Blessed are those who have not seen and yet believe." Now, that doesn't mean faith without evidence. It means that even those who can't literally see Jesus face to face can still experience his presence and power in their lives today. Historically, I think we have ample evidence that Jesus did in fact rise from the dead. But throughout the Gospel of John, belief is not just meant to be rooted in an ancient fact, but in a lived experience. In other words, Jesus offers every doubter the same thing that he offered doubting Thomas. That is, himself. We may always wrestle with uncertainty, but faith isn't the absence of doubt. It's trusting that Jesus will show up in far more powerful and meaningful ways than what our physical eyes can see. So if you have doubts, don't multiply it with guilt and shame like I did. God's not disappointed. He's moving toward you with grace and compassion, and he's offering you himself, inviting you to trust in his nail-scarred hands and believe in his wounded side and experience through that the transforming relationship with the resurrected Jesus, of whom Thomas boldly declares for us, "You are my Lord and my God."